I'm going to show you 10 levels of AI automations, starting with something very basic, working towards stuff that even some six-figure AI agencies are not doing. I'm going to show you things like how you can train an AI bot on the entirety of a YouTube channel. I'm going to show you how to create a unique tone of voice for you as an individual with your AI, as well as automating so many other incredible things. If you don't know who I am, by the way, my name is Jack, and this YouTube channel and my school community is all about the latest AI. It's about incredible automations, and most importantly, it's about the stuff that actually works. So you haven't already, grab that coffee and let's jump in. Level 1 is a prompt engineering framework. We're gonna use the Purpose Clarity Improvement Framework. And if you wanna go deep on prompt engineering, we have a masterclass inside the school community with a gentleman called Devin. He's a rock star. We go very deep in how to build complex prompts. But for level 1, I'm gonna give you something simple that will help 99% of people. So let's say, for example, we want to create a prompt for a strategy for how we could leverage virtual assistants. And I'm going to start with the prompt engineering, and then we're going to build the automations, and to get very exciting. So let's say, for example, we say something like provide a list of ways in which we could utilize virtual assistants in my AI automation agency. Now, the first thing we do is state purpose. My intention, my purpose here is to you could say achieve. And the reason we're going to provide this context to AI is because it'll help us if we explain the target destination, even if it doesn't get it with the words that we use, we'll often find that the quality of the response is better. And then we can also add to build a scalable infrastructure and reduce the amount of time that I spend on low leverage activities. Now, very crucially, I want you to add this sentence at the end of your prompt, which is, please ask me for clarifying instructions. Okay, that's number 1. We've stated the purpose, and we've asked it to ask us questions if it isn't 100% sure on what we need to do. So look at this immediately. To better assist you with ways in which we could utilize virtual assistants, we do some questions for us. So what specific services or tasks does your agency do? Are there any particular areas or processes that your agency where you feel productivity could be improved? Do you have any existing technology or infrastructure? So I've just given it a lot of information here and some dummy data, and look at this. So then what this has done is asked for clarifying information, which now means it has more context and the quality of the response is going to be better. Now, there's so many better ways to improve prompt engineering, but this will get you and will basically improve the quality of your prompts significantly for getting started. So look, now we've got a way better, more tailored response. Now, when it's complete, I want you to do the third part of this framework, which is basically asking it to critique it and improve it. So if I could say, critique this response, how could it be improved? And we are asking now the language model to look at what it's already told us and say, look, that's great. Now, how could that physically be improved? And then actually look at this. It's already come up with different suggestions like prioritizations, integration of different tools, and it's giving us some additional data that we can use with that. So just by doing that thing, stating your purpose, be very specific on examples, and then when it gives you an output, ask it, how would you improve it? And then use that a couple times, iterate it a little bit, and you'll find the quality of prompts can increase. Because ultimately, guys, with our prompt engineering in Make, we use prompts a lot. Now, as I say, there's better ways to do frameworks, but for level 1, this will help you get from A to B. Now, for level 2, I'm going to show you how you can automate the creation of a tweet. Now, as you get more complicated down the levels, we do a lot more than that, right? We can actually automate it to every single platform and post to every single platform, create unique images. But I just want to show you level 2 basic, which is how can I get some text and turn that into a tweet? So let's first of all think of some text. So what I'm going to do for this one, okay, I'm going to Google, let's go to AI News as a for instance. Let's have a look at AI artificial news, and let's say we pick an article like this one, which is DuckDuckGo releases portal giving private access to AI models. So what we need to do is create a prompt for Claude that basically we can say, look, you get it, or it could be ChatGPT or Claude, and we feed it an article, and then it turns that into a tweet. Really simple, really basic automation. So for this, I'm gonna head over to my school community. I'm gonna head over to the classroom at the top. I'm gonna come over to every AI automation, and let's have a look down at our agents. Cool, and for this, let's take a look at the Twitter agent, because we'll do, or maybe X is better, our Gen 3 agent, cool. We'll click on autonomous Twitter agent, and guys, what I should say this will do is basically, this is trained on different viral tweets. So what do? We copy all this text, and we've got the article at the bottom. You come over to Cloud, you enter it, and then now what we do with this tweet, and I'll just explain briefly what the actual prompt is so you can build it yourself, or if you just want to be lazy and get access to this one, you can come and do that yourself. So let's check it out. Cool, so look, essentially we ask it to act as an informed Twitter expert, and then we specify the industry that we wanted to do it in there. We will provide you with a piece of text. This could be an article, a summary, a LinkedIn post, etc. And then we just give it lots of really specific examples of what we know is effective for Twitter posts. So for example, it's concise, it focuses on one clear message. Tweets are best when they're one message, one tweet. Use the format hook, explain, question, hashtags, so that actually we draw them in. Most important part of the tweet's the first couple of sentences, or first like couple of words. We explain it, we give a question, we get hashtags. We've got a space after, we character like throttle it, so it's maximum number 240 characters, factual, clear to understand. We want a thought-provoking question to drive engagement, and then we give it an example. So say for example, this is an example, and then here's an example tweet. So we've copied all of that, we've gone over to Claude, and now what we do is we enter in our article. So say for example, I'm on DuckDuckGo, releases portal giving private access to AI models. Let's have a look. So, excuse me, oh my goodness. We're gonna come down, we're gonna copy this article. We come then over to Claude or your language model of preference and hit enter. Now, what I'll say guys, why am I using Claude? So you could use Claude. If you're using ChatGPT, you could use the Omni model, which is extremely quick. Claude, in my opinion, just seems to give you just a slightly better conversational output. So look, I hit enter, and if it's done its job properly, we should get a tweet based on that. DuckDuckGo launches private AI chat service. Users can now interact with popular chatbots like GPT-3. And then guys, like what you could basically do is import any single article you want ever into this chat window. And as soon as you do that, we get a tweet. How cool is that? And again, it doesn't have to be Twitter. It could be for anything. So for example, we've got Twitter here, right? But we've got all our things. We're LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and we upgrade the generations. We could do it with YouTube title generators, which is awesome, by the way. It gives you 20. Very, very, very cool what that one is. So let's do another one just as a very quick test. Again, we've got Amazon. Let's scroll down here. What's this one about? This is about Amazon using computer vision to spot defects before dispatch. Okay, well, let's try it out. So we come here, can enter that one in. Give that a sec. Amazon AI to ensure pristine product delivery. Product PI uses computer vision and generative AI to detect defects before items reach customers, reducing waste and emissions. Could this be a game changer for e-commerce sustainability? Hashtag Amazon AI, hashtag sustainable shopping. And you'll notice, right, it has the hashtags that we talked about. It has the short, sharp, snappy intro, and it has the questions. Very simple, very effective. Use it for any social media platform. You just paste, go, and then you're ready to take it to another level. Level 3 is going to be using code within a no-code software. So if you don't know what this is, Make.com. Now, Make.com basically lets us parade around like coders, where in reality, we don't necessarily have that much code. So for example, we've got flows in Make that can do things like grab articles from the internet, get the transcript for that. We can then go on and create unique tweets in Facebook and upload it to different platforms and post automatically to those platforms. But one thing that you might not realize is that you can use language models to both write Python code for us, and on top of that, execute it. So in this level 3, I want to introduce you to a concept, which is Python code, in other words, coding within a no-code piece of software. So check this out. To do this, you come onto the module, we create a new scenario, you type in 0 code, and I show you this one because I think it really underscores the potential of this, that we can have these coded elements. We've got, by the way, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of no-code solutions like, you know, Twitter, Airtable, you name it, it's all in here. But when we can use code, it gives us some additional edges. So check this out. If I go to 0 code kit and I type in Python, I can say run Python code. Amazing. Now check this out, guys. I'm going to go over now to 0codekit.com. You're going to see this beautiful website. Some numbers coming up and down. Sign up and sign in. Signing in is not enough. We've also got to sign up. And when you sign up to 0 Code Kit, guys, you'll get, I think it's like 25 credits for free. So you can try this at home, and don't worry, I'll explain everything step by step. So just hit the buttons down below in the description and you can access all these cool tools. You'll see an API key. Hit copy on that so you can take it back over to Make with you. Now, what are we going to do here? So check this out. I'm going to come to a new scenario. I will have connected it. Now, as an example, and we're going to build, again, every automation is going to get more effective and more complex. For this one, I'm going to show you how we could take a YouTube URL and grab a transcript from that YouTube URL. So how am I going to do that? Well, I need some Python code to make that a reality. So for that, I'm going to whip over to my school community. I'm going to head over to Classroom. I'm going to head over to every AI automation. Okay, cool. And let's look at the social media one. And let's have a thing. One blog into 50 viral posts, scrape Instagram reels. Let's go automate viral YouTube ideas. So I'm going to come down here. And what I'm looking for here is YouTube transcript code. And then guys, what this Python code will do, again, you can generate this Python code if you want to, using different language models. This one I found to be super effective. I've refined it a little bit, so it's like it doesn't ever fail. We're going to come over then to our scenario, and all we do is we're going to enter the whole thing. Now look at this. So within this Python code, basically what it says is, can you see, and the way that make works, by the way, so say for example, I had something like Slack, as in it could be any trigger, right? But if I just said, let me come over here and show you. Let's say I added a Slack module, okay, over here, and this was the trigger, okay? And I said, I'm gonna put a YouTube URL into Slack, or I'm gonna chat to it or something. This would output the URL. It would watch the message and it would output the URL. And what we would do is we can select that output within the Zero Code Kit module, meaning that the YouTube Python scripts are same, but we just change the variable, meaning that whether it's scraping YouTube comments or YouTube videos, we start to build these modules together that lets us scrape things and take things to another level. So, but for the purposes of this, with it being level 3, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here, guys. I'm going to start with something really simple, and I'm just going to hard code it into it, but in reality, this is something that you would configure. So I suppose we need to head over to the Jack Roberts YouTube channel. What video should we go for? I quite like, this is a cool one, fully autonomous AI research agents, but I'm in the mood for this. I'm in the mood for article art and huge, excuse me, Jack. Now I copy the URL, really simple. Okay, I come back over to our scenario where URL is. I come here, I hit enter. And guys, for some reason, code doesn't like it when you start zigging when you should have zagged. So be very careful with the brackets and stuff. I hit okay. Now check this out. I'm gonna right click on it like this and run this module only. And if it's done its job properly, this should be the transcript for the video. So let's click on it. There's the Python code, there's the bundle. In this video, I'll show you how to transform any article, any blog into over 50 pieces of viral ready social media content. Guys, look at this. Is that true, Jack? Well, let's see what I said at the beginning of the video. In this video, I'll show you how to transform any article, any blog into over 50 pieces of viral ready social media content. The automation starts by picking a blog or an article. Say for example this on OpenAI. And there we go, guys. And you've just automated some Python code in a no-code automation tool. So hopefully this is a concept can show you the potential of no-code automation. And when we start adding in AI and get more complex, it only starts to level up. Now guys, for level 4, I'm gonna introduce you a concept called RSS feeds. You are gonna absolutely love this. So what's an RSS feed? So let me head over to a website called rss.app. You're gonna see this big, beautiful, bluey purpley screen, and I want you to hit sign in and go to your account. Now, when you do that, you're gonna see different things like this. Now, RSS feeds in a nutshell basically enable us to watch for content that appears on anything. It could be a YouTube channel. It could be OpenAI's blog, like I'm showing you inside that video actually. You name it. It could be something like Elon Musk's tweets. We can do articles. We can do literally anything that you want to do. So say for example, I don't know, let's explore and have a think about something we want to get. Let's say we're really interested in, I don't know, let's say Bitcoin. Let's say we're on the Bitcoin hype train. I can type in Bitcoin, and essentially what will happen here is whenever an article pops up on Bitcoin, we can use this RSS feed to grab it and bring it back to our automation. So all we do, let's say we love Bitcoin, we're loving life, we think it's awesome, we can click save feed. Incredible. Now check this out, guys. One of the other things you can do in RSS, it isn't just bringing it into our automations, because maybe we have a Bitcoin newsletter. Maybe what we want to do is come here, add RSS, add the item here, and then maybe we want to turn it into a newsletter. Maybe I say, look, I want the latest Bitcoin news. I'm gonna grab all the Bitcoin articles. I'm gonna kind of add AI. I'm gonna do some interesting things to it. I'm then gonna send it out to my subscribers, my followers. So we can do anything, literally tweets, YouTube, you literally name it, we can RSS app it. So look, what do we do here? We can do things like widgets, okay? So if you've got a website, you can just add this to your website. We can do lists, we can do carousels. So this is cool. This is really cool. People can scroll through it. We've got image boards, tickers. This one's epic. Like if you're doing, let's say a YouTube video, you could just have this scrolling at the bottom, or you could actually add this to your website, you know, and so that's awesome. And then we can do filters. So why is it filters? We can decide what we do and we do not want to include on our feed for whatever our purpose is. So let's just say this is said here, hodl. Let's say we don't like hodling. We think hodling's terrible. You can come down to blacklist. I can type in hodl. Now look what happens when I finish doing this. This is going to gray out. I add it, and you see it's now disappeared, and it's got this thing here. So if we don't want certain keywords, we can do that. And let's just say we're happy with that. We come back to overview, and all we ever do is copy. And you can do one feed, you can do multiple feeds. Literally, RSS is incredible. So look, let's say then we come back over. Now, we're going to add in RSS. I'm just going to align it by clicking auto align here. Now, you're going to have two options here. Watch RSS feed items and retrieve RSS feed items. Now, the best way to think about this is let's say we wanted to create a newsletter or an Instagram post every time Elon Musk tweets us something. What we would click on is watch items. So in other words, the second Elon posts or the second that there's a new Bitcoin article, I want you to go over there and grab it and bring it back for me. The retrieve option is really, I want you to look at everything that already exists and grab me the last 10 things. Let's say that we were building an article on a celebrity of the month, or whoever was Times Magazine's guy. We could set up an automation where we say, look, I want it to be Elon Musk, whatever it is, or there's so many things we can do, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to say RSS and retrieve because we don't have time to wait until more Bitcoin articles come out. So look, we come over, we copy, we come back, we enter the URL. Don't worry about date from, don't worry about date to. A maximum of returned items, we can say 5. And then we can click run once. And what this will do, guys, is this will pull down all these outputs. So look, it's pulled out Bitcoin holders, blah, blah, blah. That's one article. There's another article. We scroll down again, there's another article. Now we've actually grabbed those articles. What we're gonna do next, okay, is we need to find a way of, because we've got the URLs, to grab the content from the website, right? Because if you look, the only information that we've got is the URL, the summary, and the description. Now, so this is what we're gonna add next into our no-code software for level 4. You're gonna come down, you're gonna add in HTTP, get a file, okay? So I'm gonna show you here just so you can see it. Click on the plus, and HTTP, get a file. Awesome. And then you click on the URL bit here, and then I want you to come down, you click on URL, and it's pulsing. We like it when it pulses because it means it's connected. So we click on URL. Incredible. Now, what's going to happen once that does? I'm going to show you because I'm just going to run it once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is there 5? There's 5 because I said I want to bring back 5, and it's behaving because it likes us. It loves the Jack Roberts YouTube channel and community. Now here's the next problem we have. I say problem in a new sense. There's no problems. We got everything covered. We've got the URL, but look, oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's HTML. And do you know what, guys? We don't want no HTML. What we want is the Queen's beautiful English. We want the Queen's beautiful English. So what do? We click on plus, and all you do is type in HTML to text. So this guy grabs the URL, this guy grabs the HTML from that URL or downloads it, and then this guy takes the HTML and brings it into languages that we can understand. So we click on HTML, we click on data, and then we click OK. And then if I hit this run once button, we should see all the article text at the end. So we click on run once, that's okay, run it, grab the articles, download the files, and then turn it into text. And just look how quick this is, guys. I come down, operation 1, text, and there we go. We've got the whole text, such as more effective trigger, blah, blah, blah. And then from that, insert the blank. I mean, if you go onto my YouTube channel, you'll see all the stuff that we do on here. We turn posts into blogs, we turn, I mean, like the automations we've got here are crazy, like scraping websites, autopilot, you know, sales agent, there's so many things and scenarios that we could do off the back of that. But all fundamentally, what you've just learned is how to grab any information from the internet, bring it back and get it into text for your automation. Now for level 5, I'm gonna show you how you can take an action, like let's say a client filling out a form or something, and then turn that into a welcome email. So basically you have a form, they go to check it out, and then that just translates into an email. So how would we do that? Well, for this, we're gonna use a module called Paperforms. Click on plus, and again, Paperform could be one, you could use Tally, it could be anything. So we click on new submission, Let's check this out, and you're going to see this and what it looks like here. So let me head over to paperform.com and show you what that looks like. When you land on paperform.co, you'll see this really cool thing. You can try Paperform for free. I always recommend the stuff that I use and I think is awesome. So you can do that. And I've got an example Paperform here I did on a video where I explained how you could like monetize AI products. You can embed this on a website, make it look really awesome, and I just gave all the blueprints to that. So we've got this thing here, right, which is this automation here is you take an email, take the full name, you enter a YouTube URL, and what it will do is based on that YouTube URL, create you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 different tweets. So let me show you what that looks like. So you can have a look. Look at this tweet magic. How many are we go? So let's have a look. We can type YouTube in. We can come down, that's a full name. Let's go with Roberto Duran, and then we'll go for at outlook.com. So say this is a client form, right? Let's say this is your onboarding form. You can develop it. I go into more detail on a video about how you actually build paper forms. That's on the channel. That's about, let me just show you which video that is if you are really interested in doing that. It is this video. Let me scroll down. It's how to make money with AI. Cool. Check this one out here. AI agents video. Did 11 days ago. Actually, step by step, how to build on Paperform, if that would be of any value to you. So look, we've got it. Now we would submit, and then what would happen after that is we will then have Make watch for that to happen and pull it in. So let's pick the hook and decide which one it's called. Now this one is called No Pay Tweetify. So you create the Paperform, you click on Add. Now this will say my Paperform OAuth. So what happens is, guys, once you've created your Paperform account, do it in the same browser. This will then open a new browser. It'll say, do you approve us to come and chat to it? And you say yes, and then it'll be connected. So you pick the form, we're going for no pay Tweetify, then we click OK. Now look, what will happen, guys, is the second once it realizes that a submission's happened, it will pull it through. If you see the lightning bolt, that means that the second, if this was an active scenario, the second it gets data, it will run. If it looks like a clock, like this, that means it runs on a schedule. The schedules you set down there, clocks are constantly waiting. As we can see, guys, we click on the plus, we come down, and do we have the data? We click on the plus for the data, and check this out, guys, you see? So this should have pulled through all the questions for us. Look, your email, we gave it a load of nonsense. This one, full name, Roberto Duran, and then finally, a YouTube URL. Awesome. Why is that cool? Well, basically, guys, essentially what we've done here is we've got a client-facing, form or something where they can fill it out. Maybe it's embedded on the website, maybe it's something else. They onboard, they sign up, they pay us money, we love it, they come through, and now we've got all the data they gave us here. So then what do? We're gonna click on plus, and we're just gonna send them a very simple email. So I just say, let's just say Gmail, and again, I make this really, really, really simple. So I'll click on show more, create a draft, okay. So we've got my Google account connected here. The folder we're gonna click on, and we're gonna select drafts for this one. As for instance, you could also just save this perfectly. Recipient, let's add the email address. So what is the email address we need to add? Let me just come over here so you can get a really good look. Email address, well, we got the data right, didn't we? So come down, your email address is perfect. That's cool. Subject, we could say, hey, welcome to the team. I'm just making this up. I don't know what we'd be saying here, but welcome to the team. And then we've got the content. We could say, hey, and then we could insert his first name by coming here and just say Roberto Duran. In reality, we'd have first name, second name, so we can actually specify, but hey, Roberto Duran, stoked you're on board. Check out your onboarding document. Peace and love, okay? Jack. And on top of that, guys, we can add attachments. So if we create PDFs in the journey, like a new client comes on board, we use AI to build things, we can add as an attachment. This is cool. Then we click OK, and then let's run the whole automation from the top to the bottom. Click on run once. We got Paperform, it's waiting for some Paperform action. Let's just do this thing again. Give it my email, give it Roberto Duran, and then enter a YouTube URL. Sweet, click submit. Come back over now. By the way, with that, you can do some really cool stuff, like you can get it to redirect to a new page. Like let's say you want to onboard it, we can set up a redirect by coming here to No Pay Tweet, come into after submission, onto success page and redirects, come down and then enter the URL here, and then when they're complete, they will be bounced over there. So come in, that's completed, and it's created the email for us, so let's go check it out. Then guys, if I come over to my drafts, I click on this one, for example, we say, hey, Roberto, welcome to the team, stoked you're on board, check out your onboarding document, peace and love, jack. And obviously the stuff we can do to improve the formatting, we would basically create the email in HTML if we're using a language model. But this is just to show you we've gone from before being completed to an email, and it didn't have to send. It could go into drafts or whatever you like. So guys, really cool, really simple automation, but my gosh, highly effective. And when you start to add these things together, you'll really start to level up and unlock some pretty cool possibilities. For level 6, I'm going to show you how you can automatically grab a YouTube video from a channel that you like, convert that into a transcript, and then send it to yourself on an email. So you can see we're building on all the previous lessons to make sure that you're flying. How do we do that? Well, let's start off now with rss.app. We're going to leave the site. I'm going to do one of my videos actually. So let's go over to my YouTube channel. What you would do now, you've got the home page and then you've got the videos page. If you're doing videos, I want you to click on video page and just copy the URL like so. Head over to rss.app, log in. Okay, come over on the left hand side to new feed and enter the YouTube page that you want to do this for, okay? Then click on generate. And what this will do is pull up every single video I've got that I posted publicly on my YouTube channel. So we give this a second, let it do its magic in the background. And then we're gonna use a combination of everything you've learned to build this next cool automation. So let's have a quick look at this. All right, sweet, this AI finds viral reels and makes them for you. Very cool video, by the way. I guess I would be biased. It's even picked up in private videos. I'm so impressed with that. Now look, what do? I save the feed. I copy the feed. I come back over now. I click on this. I click on RSS. I click on retrieve RSS feed items. For you, if you want this to, let's say you follow like the All In podcast or the JRE experience, and you want to create an automation that, look, whenever Joe Rogan drops a video, I want to run the automation, click on watch, and when Joe posts, this will trigger off, but you'll see and understand how it works. So look, retrieve, URL is just what I copied. I put the URL in. Date from, date to, don't worry about. Maximum return items, I'm just going to put 1 to show you how it works. Awesome. Then, what do we need then? Well, we need to do the YouTube transcript thing, right? So as you may remember, we come over now to Zero Code Kit from earlier. I'm going to type in run Python code, like so. Awesome. Then we need the code. So let's head back over now to my school community and grab that. It's already there. If you skipped ahead and watched this part of the video, it's under the Automate Viral YouTube Ideas thing, and it's down here under the YouTube transcript code. We come up, you copy all of it, like so, hit enter, and look guys, so you'll remember now what I told you earlier about it being configurable. So come down here to URL, backspace, and you see this URL thing here, put that in there. Cool, and you see, I hover over it and it pulses on the left. Incredible. Now I'm just going to run this once to show you how it works, and essentially what this will do is grab a transcript from my latest video. So I hit run once, runs in the background, Python kit is running, and there you go. Look, dun dun dun. There we go. Look at all this. I'm even do my sound effects now. Cool, sweet. We just got all the output. Now let's say that I want to summarize that and send it to myself in an email. Let's do something really simple. So let's add this. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's go to create a completion. Supposedly GPT-4 Omni is now available. So when you're using these language models in the system, some are cheaper than others, some are more expensive, some are faster. GPT-4o, when it landed, was like around half the price and extremely quick. So what I'm going to say to GPT-4o is, I'm going to say, hey, the role is a user, and then we type in the message content. So I'm going to say, look, I'm going to give it the result from Zero Code Kit, and I'm just going to say, and by the way, I'm not writing this like a perfect prompt. I just kind of want to show you how it works and you can leverage the skills. I'm just going to say, hey, summarize this, summarize the below, YouTube transcript. In fact, do you know what? Do you know what I think we're going to do? I'm going to use a prompt that I think is super duper powerful. I'm going to head over to my school community and find it because it does such a beautiful job. Let's go over to one blog post. I think it's this one actually. No, it is One-Liner Agent. I think it's this one. Let me just double check because I've got a prompt already. Okay, cool. So like copy this. Okay, come over now to the automation. Right, check this out. You will be provided with insert transcript from a YouTube video. Get rid of insert author. Your task is to carefully comprehend the content of a transcript. After analyzing the transcript, generate a concise summary of the key points and main ideas discussed in the video. The summary should be informative, helpful, and to the point with a maximum length of 35 words. When creating a summary, focus on the following aspects: core message, highlight important facts, blah, blah, blah. Don't include any fluff, any of that nonsense. Come down. Dun, 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 dun. Cool, let me just make sure that we've got no Instagram on there. That's cool. Come down, and at the bottom, we come down and we say the transcript. And then we just put in the code from that like so. And then we want to say you must output in HTML. In HTML, include spaces after each sentence. Cool. And we click OK. And we could also like hard code and specify in the beginning of the video if we wanted to. Like we could say something like, hey, this is how I want you to say it, blah, blah, blah. Click OK. Once I scroll down, max tokens for GPT-4. If you put 0, you'll use the maximum. So we'll click OK like this. So we put in 0. Now we click OK. Now, obviously, you can right click and rename. Let's just call this Summarizer like that. Now let's add the final module, which is going to be Gmail. Come over now, Gmail. We're going to put on this. Let's go for create a draft. Exactly the same process as before. We'll just say, for argument's sake, we're sending it to ourselves. Okay, enter email address over here. Subject is going to be YouTube new video from Bracket Man, Bracket Guy. We love it. Obviously, we know that are emojis. And then content is just. Let me come over here so I can get you a really good look at this. Look at this. Come down. Content, the output from the summarizer. Click like that. Cool. And then we click OK. And the folder. Dun, dun, dun. Oh gosh, what's a drafts folder? Cool. I have no problem with the drafts folder, man. We love our drafts folder. Click OK. So let's run this from the top. If this one fails, it's because GPT-4o is not integrated in Make yet. But let's see. And if that is the case, we'll just change it up. RSS feed's grabbed it. Zero Kit's done it. Summarize is working, which tells me that GPT-4 is cool. Should we check the output and then check Gmail? So let's have a look. What's it said about my video? Look at +1. Look at the message. Oh my goodness, how many things have I got to click like? It's giving me in HTML. So let's just head over now and check. Come here, refresh it. We're waiting to see what's going on. Let's have a look. Hey, new video from Bracket Guy. I love it. Okay, a little bit of unoptimized prompt, so we've got that. And this is the thing, guys. Check this out, guys. Look. Let me full screen it so you can see it. Nice check. AI automation scrapes, analyzes, and generates viral Instagram scripts. Feeding niche influencers, it provides data on views, likes, comments, scripts, hooks, and sentiment analysis. Suitable for tracking trends and creating successful content via automation. So we just automated, guys, and you could get that for any video, anything that you wanted. Obviously, I'm just trying to keep it really basic to show you the principles, and you could build out each level to make it epic. But in a nutshell, guys, that pretty much covers level 6. Now for level 7, I'm going to show you can take that up another level. This time, we're going to bundle together multiple creators into one feed, and we're going to output it into a Google document. So we have created a feed for me, if you remember correctly. But let's say I also, on top of that, want to add in something for, I don't know, let's just go to YouTube homepage and pick a random account. Let's just say, I don't know, moviegasm.com or something like that. Let's click on this one.
Hello everyone and welcome.
Oh my goodness, sorry about that, guys. Copy the URL. I come back over now to RSS. Okay, I come back from Jack Roberts, I enter their YouTube URL. Cool. I'm then gonna come back over to YouTube one more time, and I'm gonna grab, let's go for The Boys. We love The Boys, right? The Boys, I can't wait. I can't wait for this one to come out. Oh my goodness. Didn't spell it right. It didn't like it. To be fair, it's probably not that important, but I click on Prime Video. Let's go to Prime Videos, videos like this, and then let's also copy Prime Videos. Cool. So when we come back over to RSS, cool. We're going to save this as a feed. Sweet. Then come back and just do this for every YouTube channel that you want for automation. Maybe you want to like the AI news blast, and you find out all the YouTube videos that are covering AI news, and you said, look, I don't have time to watch 1,000 videos on this. I'm just going to get the transcript, summarize it, and get it sent to me as an email, because we love these creators, but is it perfect? So look, we click on save feed again. Awesome. Now we've got these separate feeds. What we don't want is 15 RSS feeds. Ideally, we kind of bundle them together in a way that means that, hey, if any one of these 3 post, just grab it, okay? So look, well, how do we do that? We come over now to bundles, bundles on the left, and click on new bundle. All right, and here is every single one that we've added. Now, it's not landed just yet because they're quite new feeds. So let me just refresh the page. And now we're on bundle, guys. Come on, new bundle at the top. We've got the Jack Roberts YouTube channel. We've got the Moviegasm YouTube channel. We've got Prime Video. And we just add all the stuff that we want from our feeds. Then we click next. Enter name is Build Together Level 7. Cool, hit create. Sweet. And now, guys, this is pulled together everyone. So there's one of theirs, one of theirs, one of theirs. I should be down here. I think they post a lot of content. And it's just combined all those feeds together. We click on copy. We come back now. We click on this. We click on RSS. Retrieve RSS feed items. Again, you know, you would watch if you're doing it the way I described. Maximum of items, 5. Click OK. Cool. This will retrieve it. Then we want our Python code, right? So again, let's just go back to my school community. Let's copy that agent here. In fact, I'm just going to duplicate that real quick. Very quickly, let me just come and get the YouTube transcript from this part of the video here. Actually, excuse me, it is in Automate YouTube Viral Ideas. Come down, YouTube transcript code. Let this load up. We'll grab this guy. Come back over now to the next scenario. Here we're going to go for Python in Zero Code Kit. Enter it in, enter all, boom. Come down to URL, get rid of the URL, select URL. Awesome. Click OK. And basically, guys, it's going to be the exact same process as we had before. Then we want to get a summarizer agent like we did before. So GPT-4o. So create a completion. Here. Max tokens is going to be 0. Model is going to be GPT-4o system. Add message. Role is going to be user. Message content. I'm just going to, for the purpose of this, I'm just going to say summarize this transcript. Okay. And give it the result from Zero Code Kit. Then what I'm going to do, again, obviously call this guy Summarizer. Sweet. I'm going to add, finally, a Google Docs module, okay? So look, Google Doc. I'm going to put, add, we're looking for add. So we type in paragraph, insert a paragraph into a document, and we just select a random document ID. And we'll go for, let's go for tester, like so, okay? Appended text, and then we just select the output, which we had from that module there, then select OK. Sweet, and then let's just run it once. So we've grabbed the article, got the Zero Code Kit, we've summarized it, now it's adding to Google Docs, and you can see it's doing it again because now it's getting a second video. So I'm just gonna stop it at 3, but you get the idea, this will just run automatically. Cool, now what we need to do is go check the Google Docs to see if the information's over there. So let's go over to Google Docs and find out. Come down. Oh, it's Anne Frank. That's for a different video. Don't worry about it. Now look, here we go, guys. Check it out. A new overwhelming darkness has taken over Gotham, driving city into madness. Only remaining light comes, blah, blah, blah. In this transcript, 2 characters are engaging in a... So it's basically give it as summary 1, summary 2, summary 3. So that ka-ching means somebody's joined the school community. That's... If you keep hearing it ka-chinging, like, it's tough to edit out because I have to keep these raw and real, but if you're wondering why is there a cash register in the background. So that's what happens there. Now look, if I head back over to the scenario here, you can see the summarizer, like the first summary, a new overwhelming darkness, the second summary. This message indicates, now obviously this is like a trailer I've summarized, but I just do it to show you conceptually how it works. And now in this one, guys, we basically bundled lots of channels together and we've sent it into a different format. Now for level 8, guys, I'm now going to show you how we can take this another step further with the same automation. Say for example, I'm going to get rid of Google Docs here. I'm now going to take the text that we've got, I'm going to translate it into audio, and then I'm going to send it in an email. So how do we do that? Well, look, we're going to add on 11 labs. So come here, click on 11 labs and create a speech synthesis. So we're going to head over now to 11labs.io. And we're going to go to, well, excuse me, a payment failed. Oh my goodness, guys, they're kicking me out. I need to get that payment done ASAP. All right, cool. So let's check it out, right? We've got speech to speech, text to speech. I have got on mine, okay, I've created my own unique voice, which is a Jack V2 voice. So look, I'm going to play it. You can tell me what you think and see, listen what it sounds like. This has been cloned on my voice. And by the way, guys, if you want to know how to create a full voice clone, I have that in my community, which is create a voice clone. where I show you step by step how I did it, how I got my voice clone. But let's test it out. Give it a little bit more text just because I'm feeling a little bit fruity gooty. Come back over now. Let's give it and see what it can do with a bit more of a generated one. Let's go. All right. A new, overwhelming darkness is taking over Gotham, driving the city into madness. The only remaining light comes from the fires in the streets, which cast shadows of rats everywhere, symbolizing the corruption of everything once good. Fear is the weapon the antagonists use, but it's. And guys, what you can do, you can move these things up and down. I covered it in the video, but suffice that to say, we've got our own made voice, okay? Now look, I come back over. Let's say that I just don't want summaries, guys. I want to hear the sound of my own voice playing back to me, okay? Because I don't do these YouTube videos enough. I need that coming back. So look, we connect it together using an API that you'll find within ElevenLabs under the settings. We come back over, go into voice. Now we don't want pre-made, guys. We want our own. We want the Jack V2 voice. The model, let's have a look. I believe the model that we normally use is 11 Turbo V2. Let me just see if I've got an upgrade since last touched it. No, obviously you can have the multilingual one as well, which is very, very cool. So we've got 11 Turbo V2. Incredible. Let's go down 11 Turbo V2. The text is going to be the output from the summarizer. Stability. Now you can adjust these. For example, stability, it makes it a lot more expressive, but it's at the expense of the fact that you may get instabilities in it. So for example, you get more variance, and you can see these things here and how that all works if you want more information. Cool. And then finally, guys, we can add in the Gmail section if we want to and have that as an attachment. So let's do that same thing again. Gmail, create a draft. Subject is test. Content is test. Attachments, ElevenLabs speech synthesis. In fact, let me just, in the content section, add in the result from the summarizer. Click here for the folder. I'm going to come down now to pick on draft as we go. And you can imagine, like, if we added the Paperform thing, we would get their email. It'd be their unique email. It would be all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to put test@test.com. Cool. All right. Awesome. Beautiful. Brilliant. Now, let's run the whole thing from top to bottom. Value must not be empty. Oh, my goodness. What value is empty? I don't believe any other value is empty. That's misbehaving. Okay, cool. RSSV grabs it. Python code is going to get the transcript from the thing. We've now summarized it. ElevenLabs is using my voice to create my own unique voice, and then it's been created into a Gmail draft, and that's complete. So I'm going to stop it right there so we don't get a million of them. Let's go over now to the drafts. Let's come off this page. Let's refresh it, and we should see test, 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 and my voice summary. Guys, look at this. Here's test, here's a summary, and let's hear me say that summary. It's downloading, and let's listen to it. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Man, I'm not a big fan of the Apple Music. They really keep pushing it. It's a nightmare to use. Okay, so this is loading up. We'll see how it goes. Might go find it in downloads, to be fair. Okay, so I come back over now to my folder. Let's come back. Sorry, guys, this is like me. A new malevolent force is consuming Gotham, driving its inhabitants to madness with fires in the streets casting shadows of rats over the city's remnants of goodness. Fear is the primary weapon of this menace, embodied by the Rat King, who is determined to ruin the city. The narration reflects a determination to confront this darkness, questioning the extent to which one must go to defeat such formidable evil. Such formidable evil. Dude, that sounds ridiculously close. And guys, that takes us through level 8. So you've got bundles, you've got the Python code script, you've got the summarization, you've got the ElevenLabs, and also now we've created a draft in Gmail that you could send out. Obviously, you could do it for clients, whatever you like. Now, guys, we go on to level 9. And on the subject of levels, by the way, I launched to my community recently a levels system that is, I'm so excited about it. So in our classroom, when you join, you start at level 1 and you basically gamify and level up. And you unlock these different courses and different things. You get a free membership if you hit level 8. You get custom. It's very, very cool. Very, very gamified. I say all that to say that the level system's epic. But one really cool reward I want to share with you is when you reach level 2 my community, you get access to $1,600 worth of software. So for example, there's things in here like Grok that if you add it in Make, like I come over, for example, right, check this out. If I come over to Grok, look, you'll see this. Whereas actually it's Grok with a Q, apologies. It's an AI community app. In other words, you need to go and buy this for like roughly $40 But if you're part of the community, your software subscriptions, all that stuff is covered as part of your membership. So instead of say it's gamified, I will be honest, so you will start at the bottom of the pile. You come in, you start off as a fax machine and you get nothing, but you work up and you unlock some really, really cool benefits as you go through the system. Now, with that in mind, I just want to call that out because I think it's epic and I love a level system. But we're now on level 9, so we're getting to a very serious point in the automation here where things are getting quite advanced. So what I'm going to show you in this one is how we can train a GPT on your data, okay? Now check this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get rid of these 3 things here, right? Gone. Now I wanna get every video, or for argument's sake, I'm gonna do the last 5 videos of my YouTube channel. So look, let's go over now to rss.app. Let's log in, let's head over to feeds. Now you could do this for everything. I click on my Jack Roberts feed, I click copy, I come over now to the module over here. Where are we at? We are literally here. Okay, cool. RSS feed, enter that in. Now, let's say that you've got a knowledge base. Let's say that you've done 100 tutorials on drawing. And what you want to do is actually create an AI version of you, which is insane. What we can do here is get all of the data from that YouTube channel, from the documents, from whatever you've got, and then we can actually extract all of that, create a GPT with it. But I can also have to create chatbots on websites, I can do all that sort of stuff, but I'm just showing you level 9 version, which is like a GPT. And then we can ask it questions and it will tell us what we need to know. So look, I say maximum items number 5. So first thing I'm gonna do here, okay, is I'm gonna add this to a document. So let me come over to create this document, okay? Let's go for untitled document. Sweet. Let me open this up. So let me create a new document, okay? I'm gonna call this one here personal GPT. Okay, sweet. Now check this out, guys. I come over, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna go for Google Docs, I'm gonna go for create paragraph. Oh my goodness. I apologize, guys. I apologize. What's going on with my language today? Create a document now. You can create documents, by the way. I can create a document per thing. So it's like, it's very, very cool like that. So I just want paragraph, bro. Insert a paragraph into a document, please. So if I refresh this, it should pop up with create GPT. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Now check this out, guys. Appended text is going to be the output from Zero Code Kit. Sweet. So what do? We just run the automation and this will grab the last 5 videos of mine and start to add it into the document. So we'll see. There we go. Boom. All 44 pages already. 69 pages. 420 pages. 99 pages. All of this is text from my videos. So how far into it is it done? It's complete. Sweet. And how many pages have we got? 125 pages, or can I check out the words in this? Probably not, right? But in Google Docs you can do. So I've got all the data, okay? What I then do, okay, is file, download into Microsoft Word documents. So create GPT, like so. Let's open it up and see how many words of data that I've got. I click on create GPT. Okay, Apple Music wants to get involved. And it'll show you all the words, the staggering amount of data, okay? 41,000 plus words. Preposterous. Now we get rid of it. Sweet. Cool. So what do we do then? We head over to chat GPT, chat.openai.com. Okay. And let's have a look here. We're going to create our own GPT. Now, bear in mind, guys, there's ways you can make this more intelligent because not everything you say is helpful and we can be really specific with it. I just want to show you some of the concepts. So I click on create. Okay. It's a GPT builder. I'd like to say AI Jack Roberts. This is cool. I'll have a look at this, updating GPT, and then we can co-build with it, okay, which is really handy. We'd like to call it Jack Roberts. Yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, let's see what it is. Let's create a profile picture of it. Would you like me to generate one? It's generating a profile photo for our review. We'll give it a second to do that. And these GPTs are only going to get better over time, which is awesome. Cool. That sounds cool. I got a headset on. All right, sweet. Sweet. Do it. Just be helpful. Give AI automation advice. But I'm just going to show you the broad strokes, and then you can kind of like finesse it and do what you like with it. Use this knowledge base. cool. Right, we're gonna add the file, create GPT, upload the create GPT. And I'm gonna show you 2 ways to do this, by the way. This is way number 1. Okay, so once we've done the create section, guys, we can come to configure, and it's given some stuff here. So for example, what we'll say is you must consult your knowledge base before answering any questions. The answers to the questions are in the knowledge base. Okay. So look, that's cool. And obviously we could build that out and configure it. So let's ask it a question it should know the answer to. So I'm going to ask it a question like, what kind of content does Jack Roberts make? Does Jack Roberts make? Enter. See what it can come back with on that one, actually. Information device, AI automation device, creative content, professional communication, da-da-da. Nice. Okay, cool, sweet. Professional and empathetic. I like that. What does he say about Paperform? Again, this is just to exemplify and show you some stuff. Jack Roberts uses Paperform primarily to create and embed forms on websites, ensuring they appear seamless and professional. He explains that Paperform can be used as a standalone item. He emphasizes the versatility of Paperform by showcasing its use in embedding a website. Additionally, Jack Roberts integrates Paperform with Make.com. Incredible, right? So obviously, guys, we would do a lot more in the configure section. We spend a lot of time on that, but that's option 1. Option 2 I'm going to show you is platform.openai.com. Okay, going to create a new assistant. We're going to call this Jack GPT. I'm going to quickly shoot over to Claude. This is just Hapdash, okay? Create a prompt for a GPT telling it to refer to its knowledge base when answering questions. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the worst prompt on the planet, but I just want to show you, just so I can show you, exemplify. Okay. Cool, so we get this stuff. All right. There we go. I mean, it's so... Dude, I feel like I can't show my face on YouTube again after using this prompt, to be honest with you guys. But it's not met our high standards. But see, the things I do for demonstrations, guys, honestly, the things I do for demonstrations. So look, we'd build out a cool prompt. We get rid of the bit that tells us that we've done it. It's Jack GPT. Okay. Come down. Sweet. Okay. GPT-4, awesome. Check this out, guys. Files. We come here. We'll get on the file search. So come in and we upload the thing. We upload the Create GPT thing. We click attach. All right. File search enabled. Code interpreter enabled, because why not? Awesome. And then we've created it. And then we go to Jack GPT Playground. Dun, dun, dun. Now let's chat with ChatGPT. Okay, let's ask it, what does Jack say? Jack say about... Okay, I'm going to explain to you why I've built an assistant and why that's legendary in a second, and you'll see why. Say about Paperform. Question, run. Let's see what he comes back and says. And you're going to see why this is so epic, guys. This is so powerful. Cool, Jack explains this sort of stuff, and it's giving me a source. Wow, that's so sick. Now check this out. Why have I done that? Because look at this. Let's say we have Paperform. Okay, we've grabbed the client's information. So in fact, I'm just going to show you visually what this looks like, so you know exactly what's going on. Look, ready? Watch. Paperform, new submission. Create a hook, add, let's just say for argument's sake here, we do it on somebody's reached level 5 in my community and they've got on Trailblazer level and they get to do the strategy calls or something. And they've submitted it. We click OK. Now look at this. What I can do is look, come here, type in message and assistant. Now look at this, guys. You ready? Check this out. This is ridiculous. It's gonna load up. Let's keep me on edge. Sometimes I like to keep me keen. It should treat you mean to keep you keen, man. ChatGPT's got the game, baby. It wants to keep us on edge. You know, keep us in suspense a little bit. What we're gonna do here, guys, is we're gonna grab now Jack GPT and we're adding him into our flows that we've just trained on my data. Okay, look, assistant Jack GPT, role user message. Hey, what would Jack recommend about this? Now, practically speaking, what would you do? Let's say the question is about, hey, tell me about your business. Like, what's your budget? What's your biggest technical struggle at the moment? And then we run it through and train it on your data. And then basically all the answers to their problems are in your data set that we've already given it. YouTube's an example, guys, but we could have trained this on, you know, meeting notes you have meetings with clients, we export all of it. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of examples of you solving problems. We then code this to say, look, these are the problems that client A has, prospect A has. Create a response. Tell me, give me a brief, succinct email summary that says, hey, it sounds to me like you're struggling with X. Some of my initial thoughts are A, B, C. Because what have we done? We trained it in here. And that's what we've, and so now we get to build it in this no-code solution. What would Jack recommend about this? I'm just gonna put, for argument's sake, this data, okay? We can also give it screenshots and images. So for example, you could screenshot something and have it read it and respond to your voice. Then click OK. Now look, by the way, guys, if you want me to create a full video on like training a model and building out a full system of using your knowledge base to respond to clients, let me know down below in the comments and I will make that for you. Look, I'm gonna run this module only. Now it wants the data, that's cool. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me just stop this. Let me just delete Paperform and bring this over here. That's cool. Delete module. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, guys. On link. All right, cool. Check this out. So I'm just going to hard code a prompt into it, which is something like this, which is, what does Jack recommend about, let me bring it over here a little bit. The functionality, the benefits, of using Paperform. Okay, check this out. Now in reality, we would dynamically populate that, run this once. Now imagine this. I'm gonna build a GPT for my school community, which is gonna have all the information, all the knowledge I've got, so people in my group can say, hey Jack, what happens with this? And I can say, no problem, bro. I can scale myself now because I can't unfortunately speak to 1,300 people as often as I would love to because I love all my community. But this just enables them to get a resource they can help each other with. So this is going to be a cool little project we do. Now look, what's it said? Let's check it out. Content, +1. Text, value. Let's have a look. Seamless integration embedding. So this, by the way, has taken what I've said and has given a bit of a canned response. And you're going to see we're going to do level 10 about how we'd improve this. But look, integration embed form. Paperform can be easily embedded into websites, making it look natural proper design. Guys, I'm not joking. Maybe you've seen this. I'm hoping you're an OG for Jack Roberts' YouTube channel, but you'll know if you've seen this video, I harp on, or yap, shall I say, about integrating Paperform into websites. And it's picked up on that and it's given that JR flair. Level 9 automation, guys. How insane is this? And essentially what we then do, we got Jack GPT, we embed him, and the whole automation runs perfectly. And guys, that's level 9 in a nutshell. Level 10, I'm going to show you one more level above this. I think it might blow your mind. Level 10, we're going to take the Jack GPT, and we're going to show you how to create a completely authentic tone of voice for you. So not only am I going to get the Jack Roberts knowledge and insights or whatever your version of that's going to be, it's also going to sound just like me. And I think this is going to be really interesting for you. So I want to show you first of all how it works. So I did a full video exclusive to the community about how you create a tone of voice with AI. There's lots of videos in there. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to break down what I'd say is like the DNA of your voice. Like, what is it about your speech, the way that you communicate, that makes it sound like you? The way that we do that is we break it into different categories. So for example, we've got micro level elements. We've got things like vocabulary and word choice. We look at the writer's use of unique, specialized, repetitive words. We look at like a preference for simple or complex words. We'll look at grammatical patterns. We look at punctuation. We look at the meso level elements, which again is split into 3-4 sections. Sentence structure and length. Examine the complexity, the variety, the average length of the writer's sentences. Rhetorical devices. Paragraph structure. We look at what's their use of deductive or inductive reasonings and paragraph development. Man, this is sending me back to A-level English. I love this prompt. It's so cool. And then we've got here macro level elements, additional considerations, the tone and the mood, the overall coherence and cohesion of the text, idiosyncrasies and quirks. You know, I might say some quirks in the channel that are unique to me, and wouldn't it be great if JackGPT said that? Because hey, that is what Jack sounds like. Then we've got dialogue, we've got figurative languages. So what we would do, guys, and remember this with language models, okay, is that the bigger the task, okay, they are 200 IQ interns, okay? If I say go and find me an ice cream cone, it may go bring back a plastic, like, it's like you have to be specific. I say that to say we want to think agentically in our workflows. So for example, if you wanted a Rapdash version of it, I would split this into 3. We've got prompt 1, which is micro level elements, prompt 2, which is meso level elements, and then the bottom here, we've got prompt 3, which is macro level elements. If you want to get something that's carbon copy, 1 prompt on vocabulary and word choice. That's 1 agent, we feed it the data. 1 agent will do grammatical patterns. 1 agent will do punctuation. And by the way, guys, isn't this a cool business model? I will give you your tone of voice. Enter your YouTube channel, enter your whatever you want. Give me a YouTube channel. I will automatically create for you your unique tone of voice. And then we just run this through 11 agents. We then compile it together in a super document, which, by the way, here's an example of it. Alex tone of voice. Okay. And then we've got it. Okay. Now I did this for Alex Hormozi. What I did is I downloaded like his ebook on $1 Million Offers. And so you can train it on text, you can train it on video. It's helpful if it's in the format you want. So for example, if I'm doing like 11 labs creation, like I did in like level 6, level 7, it would be cool to get my conversational, the YouTube content. But if it's written and you've got written text like LinkedIn post, tweets, you can do that as well to replicate your style. I go into a full breakdown in the classroom on how to do this with tone of voice, but for the purposes of this, you can go through, basically get all the different individual sections, and you'll end up with a document that looks something like this. And we basically say to it, look, you will write as Alex. A full guideline of how to write as Alex will be given below. You'll be given a task, and you must follow every tone of voice principle to create an output aligned with those instructions, task. And then we give it the task, okay? So look, insert task, all right? I'm gonna change Alex to Jack, okay, just for the purposes of this. You will write as Jack, Jack's tone of voice. In reality, this is Alex's tone of voice. And anyone who knows Alex, you'll know what he sounds like, so you'll be able to check what you think of this, okay? Because even, look guys, I want to show you some example outputs here. Rhetorical devices. Employ metaphors and similes to paint vivid pictures and make abstract concepts more relatable. Example of a metaphor. Finding a mentor is like finding a map to buried treasure. What? Dude, this is ridiculous. Example of a simile. Changing the wrapper simply means changing the exterior perception of what your Grand Slam offer is. You'll know Alex uses these terms all the time. We come back. Occasionally use hyperbole. I'm talking a heinous amount of money. Include relatable anecdotes, examples to illustrate your arguments and make your writing more personal. Example anecdote, paragraph structure. Guys, it goes on and on and on. Like, honestly, this prompt is like Alex on a document. Develop a distinctive voice and style that sets you apart from other writers. This could include unique catchphrases, unconventional formatting, a signature blend of humor and sincerity. Craziness. Absolutely craziness. So what do? We copy, once we've designed everything, we copy it. Let's now go back over to our make scenario. Let me just get our GPT back in. Create completion. All right. Max tokens 0. Excuse me, not create completion. Let me come off. Where am I, man? Oh my goodness. Message and assistant. Let's get the Jack GPT. Okay. Let's let this load up a little bit. It's giving us, again, it likes to keep us on edge. And so we now, guys, level 10, we overlay your unique insights to make it sound like you. How incredible is this? I mean, it's like, it's ridiculous, okay? Enter the prompt, okay? Now let's look at insert task. Insert task is, now again, we would configure this with some other modules, which is to be, the task is, let's just say, explain in 100 words or less how to use Payperform and AI to make money, okay? Done. Now the assistant's crucial. This is anything else apart from ChatGPT who's been trained on my data and trained on words, it won't make sense. We click OK. And now guys, obviously I have to call him ChatGPT. And now what emoji? I'm gonna put robot. There has been speculation that I am actually an AI and I do not comment on speculation. Now he's running in the background. Let's see. So if this has worked successfully, we will have an output that's been trained on my data, which is something that I would say, and it will sound something like Alex's speech. Let's check it out. Using Paperform and AI to make money is a game changer. First, identify a profitable niche and create a high converting form using Paperform. This tool is your gateway to capturing leads, processing payments, or signing people up to your dream offer. Guys, like this is like the Hormozy-esque thing I've ever seen. Amp up your strategy by integrating AI, personalized responses and chatbots, automate workflows, and analyze data for deeper insights. The key is leveraging AI to create urgency and value. Because what Alex does a lot in his writings, if you take note, he does these little short sentences that are like 7 or 8 words. This fusion lets you scale up effortlessly and tap into egregious amounts of profit. Do you see? We just touched on that. I'll make heinous amounts of money, egregious amounts of profit. Remember, it's all about the right blend of tech and psychology to boost his profit margins. You got this, guys. And I'm gonna tell you something else as well. This Alex thing I did like the level 80% version, which is I bundled vocab word choice, grammatical patterns, and punctuation into one prompt. I bundled sentence structure length, rhetorical devices, parrots. So if I wanted to take this to like closer to 100%, all I would do is I would parse out that and do a GPT on that using the data. We already know how to get the data from level 9 or the PDFs. And then you're sorted, guys. And you've literally done, like, I'm pretty sure what like a lot of AI startups raising a lot of money doing. And on top, because this is the stuff that they're doing, like, and not all of them are even doing this. Like, I talk to people who are doing it, they're like, I had no idea, A, that's possible, and B, like, it's ridiculous you can do this. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of these AI automation agencies are not doing this stuff. They don't even know this stuff. Like, some of them do, but a lot of them don't, guys. Honestly, like, this stuff is complete gold dust. But guys, with that in mind, that is 10 AI automations from level 1 to level 10. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit of a different type of content today, man. I must admit. Normally I pick on one automation and go deep. Let me know what you think down below. But in any case, you have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next video.